Hello guys and welcome back. In this video I wanted to show the sim and explain how to import the data and how to visualize it properly in Houdini. So it looks like I got the object cropped for some reason. I don't remember why this has happened, but basically it's still working, and you can see the sim is going upward and we have all kinds of interesting behaviors happening. Now let me play blast this to 80, let's say. I just want to show see this in real time, and this is actually a very high it's a mid-res sim, and it took just a couple minutes for it to finish, and we can debug this and get to the bottom of what's causing the slowness and where the most of the time is spent. If we wanted to, we can easily find out where the time is being spent and what's causing it to take this much time, and this will allow us to fully understand why the sims will take X amount of time to sim and finish, and be able to debug them easily later. So this is the final sim, and you can see it's fully functioning. It's a proper fluid sim, and this is actually could end up being a very interesting effect if we wanted to work on it. And what I wanted to show now is how to import the data in DOPS. Why is this here? Shouldn't be here. Yeah, it's gonna, unfortunately, the cache is gone. So let's see. To import the data in DOPS, we use a DOP import field. Sorry, to import them back in SOPS. Let's see if I can draw this. So we let me delete this. We created a sphere, the density, in SOPS. This is density, and we imported that in DOPS. Okay, and then we run the sim, and then we have a new data inside. So we're going to import that back in SOPS to visualize it from DOPS. Okay, and we need to access it. So to do that, we're going to use a DOP import fields, and we need to paste in the full path here, and then the full path / the object name. And now all we have to do is set this to smoke, and that will create all these fields ready for us. We don't care about importing velocity from DOPS, and we don't care about importing rest because we don't have that. And now we have this frame, and we also have a temperature field. We don't. We have another field called temp. Okay, it's not a temperature field. It's called temp. That's what we used for the buoyancy mask to make this go up. And to visualize this, we need some lights to get some shadows and stuff. So I'm going to create a light, and I'm going to set it to directional. Okay, and I'm going to hide this. I'm going to copy it and rotate it the other direction and give this a blue tint, and this a warm color, and let's reduce this to 0.4. And let's take a look. Should see some lighting on the smoke. Yeah, there it is. And I'm gonna change, I'm gonna dive inside and use a node called visualization, and this allows me to alter the volume density just for OpenGL preview. I'm not gonna change the value. I'm just gonna change it here to have a stronger density. You can see now we can see more visibly the smoke. The only reason we didn't see it here is because the density is really low, but it doesn't mean it's not being simmed internally. There is the values and everything. And I'm going to increase this to 2 to catch more shadows. And you can see we have all kinds of crazy details. This is actually a mid to high res sim. This is, sorry, a low to a mid-res sim. We're getting to the high level, but you can see we're getting so much details with just these 3 nodes, and we haven't done anything yet. We haven't started digging into this yet. So you can see we can squeeze out a lot of details, and this was very fast to sim. And the other thing I wanted to show, which is part of the custom stuff that we're going to be doing, but I'm going to show you guys this now. I can read that temperature field, which we, not the temperature, the temp, it's just a name that I used. And I'm going to set this to 1, and we're going to be able to see this. Now let's see. Yeah, it's starting to show up. Let's try 1000. Yeah, there it is. That's our temperature field, the temp field used as a buoyancy to move the volume up. Now I'm going to use this option here to grade it to look like fire. And I'm going to just set the preset to Black Buddy. I'm going to tweak the colors a little bit more. Okay, and let's work on the ranges to get a better visualization. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna sim a couple of frames, because that frame that we have doesn't have a lot of interesting shapes. So I'm gonna do this real time so you guys can see it simming as well in real time. And we'll wait for 15 frames. And right now it's caching the data to memory, and depends on how much memory you have. You may have to, you may fill out your memory by this real-time cache, and depends again how much memory you can extend this to be able to cache more frames or less. You can also tell it to automatically switch to use disk caching if you want to, and I'm going to show where that option is. This go up. Okay, let's stop here. And the option to control the cache size is under the cache, by default set to 5. I'm setting it to 20, and you can take on allow caching to disk, which is off at the moment. So this is the sim. Okay. And we have this much voxels. I'm going to visualize it using this node. And you can see now we can display that temp field using this guy, using this field that we've created, and remap it to use this color visualization. You can see we're getting some kind of fire inside this sim. And again, this is all from scratch, and this is how you import the fields. For now, we don't have any velocity or rest, and we're not going to be using them. To cache this properly to disk, I would create a ROP output and save this under sim v1 sim.v1 frame go.sc, and then you set the frame range, and it will cache the data here. Just hit render, submit, save to disk, and make sure to untick the cache simulation. There's also another option inside the DOP here, inside this empty object, called caching. It's best to link the both caching of the upper level and this level together, so that we have they're both synced, and this feature can use extra memory if it's left on and this guy is off. So make sure you do that, and you hit save to disk, and then everything will be saved and ready to use. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.